Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? So, today, the plan is, I think I'm going to work on some VTuber slash ToonTuber related things for that stream game I was talking about some time ago. I believe that's what I'm going to run with today. And that is essentially just going to boil down to like making a few more animations here, I think. I might go into like editing costumes and related things. Because I do know that I want to involve the Shigaraki costume as well as like a few others, like making some new ones. But I don't know if I'll get around to doing that today. Let me actually go ahead and get that open here. Right. I gotta find the file first. I name this file. Here it is. There's a lot missing from this one compared to the other. Did I ever... I'm not even sure what that question means. I'm going to be so totally honest with you, but I'm going to say no. I've never done that. Creates a clone and genetically modifies it. I mean... Brain, can you work? Please! So, I'll get into what I think I'm gonna do here. So, I have a few ideas for different costumes for the ToonTuber, which what entails a new costume is doing all of these frames and animations in the new costume as well. So, I don't exactly know if I want to try and like downsize or upsize or anything like that. So, me finding out he has a shocked mode. Yeah, like everything in here, everything in this file is also in the ToonTuber, basically, with a debatable level of accuracy. Also, yo, what up, Comic Cat? How's it going? So we got neutral. There is happy. There's locked in. There's looking up. There's, of course, the wave. There's the shh. Stop talking. That's a little bit broken. Laughing. Unsure. Really unsure. Shocked. Poggers. Headache. Pointing. And then not so pointing. And, well, this one, actually... Which one was it? The shocked one. I think this one actually isn't in the pool right now. So, I kind of forgot that this one was in there, but it is actually not in the animation pool. It used to be. I think it got replaced with this one, though. Because I felt like this one was more of a, you know, representative emotion than this one is. So, some of these might get trimmed. Some of them might get trimmed out, but... and then this one was just used for a thumbnail. This one was used for the co-op video thumbnail and also for a part in it, I believe. I did have this idea at one point, so there's a reason that there's like these here. I did have this idea at one point and I tried to make it work, and it did to an extent, but there was like some flickering issues. I'd actually set up a custom plugin through one of the programs that I use for streaming, Sammy. It hooked into VTube Studio, which is what a lot of VTubers use for like facial tracking and stuff like that. Hooked that into my webcam, and I was working on maybe doing like eye tracking or head tracking, so that way like if I'm like looking in a certain direction, he also moves too. But it was buggy and I couldn't get it working in a way that I was happy with, so I didn't continue that. But there was an idea. So a few of these things will get axed, of course. But essentially what I'm thinking of doing today is like just doing some art related things for that spiritual warfare stream game that I was talking about. I don't know exactly what I want to do for all the costumes. I'd like to simplify the animation set maybe a little bit, or at the very least like get the Shigaraki costume like up to speed, because it's got like, you got neutral, you have the shocked, you have happy, you have the, this is like the stand-in for poggers, you have locked in, shrug, and then these frames are just used for all of them since he's relatively stationary. But there's a few extra ones I'd need to add that would be related to the game, like maybe taking damage, a heal, a low HP or something like that. I'm not really sure. There's kind of a lot into it, but I wasn't entirely sure what I wanted to get into with it today specifically, but I knew that as far as game dev stuff goes, like I still gotta iron out the kinks in that horse cart cutscene we were working on yesterday, but like I was honestly just like, I don't know if I really want to. I don't know if I really want to do that today. I'm getting like too locked into it. I need to work on some other things or else I'm gonna get burnout. So we're taking a bit of a detour to do some art related things, I think. So I think what I'll do here is I'm gonna actually save this as a new file, and we'll say like actually I'm gonna make a folder for this, and we'll just say this is default costume now, so that way I have my original if things break and I don't want to try and fix them for some reason, and then we'll just axe some things. Journoid frags Journoid on the stream. I mean, kinda, yeah. Journoid rage. I mean, the closest thing I have is like the locked in one currently, but like I'll be honest, I don't ever rage over games really. Like if I do ever rage over a game, it's typically going to be like the two games that I play solo, and that's Tetris and Osu, because it's like if I screw up in that, like 999 times out of 1,000, it's my fault. So, you know, not that big a deal. But this one, I technically don't need this one because, like, while this animation is funny, it's also humongous and was really just used for the co-op video. Like, so I don't technically need this in this file. Let's see. Don't need that one. Probably don't need shocked. This one's fine. This one's fine. This is fine. Poggers is good. This one's good. The howdy is good. Lock in is fine. Laugh actually needs to be fixed a little bit. Please, Speed, I need this. My mom is kinda homeless. Yeah, that one would be funny. Hold on. Like, hold on. Can I like make this really quickly? If I like just flip the eyebrows, does this work? I mean, it's kind of troll, but I'd have to do something like more in depth for that to make it really funny. Okay, I don't think I need front facing upright either. I do like the look up, so that one can stay. Keep the whoops, keep the headache. And then now this is where we'd like need to add in the new ones. So the hurt animation can actually be one frame. Actually, you know, hold on, wait a second. You know, maybe this front facing one can stick here for a second. I'm gonna copy this one because I'm like, wait, actually I can use that. Because I'll just make the hurt animation like the headache one is a good rage expression, which I think you used for your multiplayer problems rant. Yeah. Like I think I used it. It might have been in the it might have actually been in the Discord makes the game video that I used the headache one. Funnily enough. I think that's where it was. Let's take this here. And then I need to get some colors. I think the hurt animation could just be like one frame. So another thing I might need to do is actually like, and this one might be like subtle foreshadowing here, but you know, shaved IRL, so I might need to do that. Clean shaven. I don't know. Like, part of me wants to keep it lore accurate, right? And that, and I also feel like the scruff doesn't add much to it either way. It'd be one of those like really funny things that like no one's gonna notice, but like also, you know, for keeping things accurate, which, you know, I might actually have to change the VTuber, like do a whole nother, like do a V2, a version 2 costume here soon, because I'm supposed to be getting a new pair of computer glasses, and they're not like the ones that I wear right now, which look like this. So, I mean, slight spoilers, there might be a V2 costume, like this one might not be the one that we run for a lot longer. Don't know if I'm going to commit to that, but, you know, there's the possibility. Where is it this one? Yep. Gulp. Wear bald. I mean, a bald costume could happen for the stream game potential. That'd be like the only redeem people go for ever, is bald. Let's see. I'm gonna go to this one. Just copy the mouth. Because like bald toggle would actually require a little bit of work, because I don't like fully draw the head underneath the hair. So that one might actually require a little bit of effort, funnily enough. It might not be as simple as just hiding the layer. But, let me think here. I kind of want this to look like, MC's sprite. Oh, did you get auto-modded? Whoop. it hates the word troll face, doesn't it? It hits you with that every time. I keep Stream Manager open now so I can see it, but like that's so silly. Like, of all things, it's troll face. Can I see, like, where's the auto mod, like, aggressiveness? Let's see. Can I, like, tweak that? Manage moderation settings. Let's take a look real quick. Whitelist the word. Chatter permissions. That's fine. Chat rules? Nope. That ain't it. Auto mod and message filtering. Smart detection. I mean, most of it's set to default. Oh well, I mean, I guess that's why we have the troll face emote from Better TTV, so whitelist the word. I don't see a whitelist in there, but I might just be missing it. Oh well. Something I'll have to like dig into here eventually. I did find out that I can like VIP people as soon as I hit affiliate and can use like what are they called? Channel points. I'm adding like roll for VIP and coin flip for VIP. I love that gag. It's actually so good. Not stolen from Simple Flips, of course. I would never steal an idea from another content creator. What? Am I alone here? Nah, we got viewers across 3 different streams, actually. I'm streaming to YouTube Shorts, I'm streaming to YouTube Widescreen, and I'm streaming to Twitch.tv. We got viewers all across the place if you want to hang out in any of the chats. I need to actually raise this, have it come up here. Ooh. Yeah, if you're interested in links to the widescreen views, you can see that from the description on the Shorts view. His arm needs to be a little bit better. Yeah. Maybe have the elbow start. I need to hide, like, the outline. I'm not sure I like how this looks, actually. Nah. Let me undo that. I'm gonna have to... Let me open a sprite that I used for a thumbnail before. Yeah. This is the idea that I'm going for here. I'm trying to do this. I think I used this for one of the thumbnails, or made it for a thumbnail, and maybe I didn't use it. I don't remember, actually. Let me just look on YouTube. That's where it would have been. Was it a live stream? This might have been... Maybe not. Maybe it was a video. Or was it just further back than I thought? Okay, maybe I didn't. Maybe I like had the idea for a thumbnail and then decided against it. So, okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. So, this is the idea I'm going for here. Yeah, like maybe I feel like I used it in the thumbnail for the bingo stream, but I don't see... Oh, yeah. It is. The playhead was covering it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that video file real quick. I'll just open the thumbnail. Was it in here? In here? Nope, different folder. For bingo. Stream thumbnail? Yeah, here it is. There it is. I did use it. It's just slightly modified. Because he's now looking up at the thing. Ignore, like, the jagginess of the text, too, but... Yeah. Yeah, that's where I use it. I knew I'd used it somewhere, I just couldn't remember. But... And there it be. And he's like, "Huh?" So how did I do it here? Kind of like... Kind of like this number, I think. that looks. Hmm. This is like a tough one to get right. I always hate doing like arm positions because I'm so troll at like actually practicing art. I'll just go like weeks without doing art related things, and it's like, oh yeah, surely I'll retain my skills. Clueless. Is it a shocked or stunned expression? So it's gonna be kind of like a little bit of both, like kind of a hurt, like you just took damage animation, I guess. So a little bit of both. It's like shocked because chat, why did you let this happen, since it'd be for the stream game, and stunned because it's like you just got like bonked on the head by a coconut or something. Art is so back. Welcome in, Chiptroid. How's it going? Hope you're doing good, boss. Wearing brown in your Sona appreciator. Yup. This is not reflective of me IRL right now because I'm wearing a red jacket. But maybe I could like get around this by like mirroring it out. Maybe. How did I just manage to like draw a perfect line like that? That looks normally you'd be like, wow, a perfect line, awesome. But not in freaking pixel art when you're trying to make like arms. I'm gonna make this look a little bit nicer here. Freehanding it a little bit, but one thing that bugs me a little bit about Acepray is how it likes to place pixels when you're zoomed out. What? Lock something in here. Not a fan of it. This is just going to take a little bit of trial and error, I guess. I could always, like, blow the sprite up and put it on a back layer here. That might help. Like, maybe a little bit less. That might actually help a little bit. Mixels. Avert your eyes. Oh my gosh, it was actually so the method. I don't know why I ever like sleep on this method in the first place, because this is the same way I go about making like dialogue portraits sometimes. Because I just will blow up one of the sprites and then use it as like line art basically. It's actually such goated tech. Like, there's very few exceptions to where I've done that, like, or not done that, I guess is the proper way of saying it. Very few exceptions, but like sometimes it just comes naturally, I guess, like doing a big portrait. Other times it's like it's actually such goated tech. I've seen some people use I've seen other people use their pixel art as the line art too. I actually, you know, I'll self-report. I do that for some of the YouTube thumbnails too. Okay, we don't need that anymore. And then for the outline, yeah, just trash it, and then I will flatten, get all this, put it there. Undo. Kind of liking how it looks. PBH. Get that out of here. OGs know how long it took manually aliasing everything for sprites in the first little bit of the sprite rework. I'm so glad we're out of that zone. Because that one about had me done. So, I like the idea of having, like, the hurt animation. I'm not sure what I would do for a heal animation, though. Or, like, a heal frame. Like, because you could argue that you could just use, like, this as, like, a heal. Like, just this. Because that would kind of work, like... And I'm not, like, trying to dodge doing extra for it, right? But I do just genuinely feel like this looks like a heal animation in its own right. You know? Like, you see the vision? You see the vision there? Like, I don't have anything that's like a hurt animation, but like this would just flicker and then on a timer. So like, let's say, for example, like, oh, okay, I just took damage on stream. So it's like, you know, hits the animation for a second, like it swaps to this frame for like a tick, right? So just like bonk, and then it goes back to whatever animation I was on beforehand. Maybe that, but add an open mouth smile. Hey, yeah, actually that's a good idea. Let's do that. Let me grab this. And let's see. I think in his happy, he already has that kind of going on. Were we thinking like a toothy smile or more like a open mouth smile like this? Where's the... Like, technically, I could take this and... With that kind... This is uncanny. This is insane. Try both and pick one. True. Could do that. Let me actually have this mouth real quick, because I kind of like how that looks. Rotate? Okay, I think I know my answer already. Yeah, just like that, like a yeah. Or something like that. Toothy is more sinister, yeah. I agree. Toothy would fit for this guy, maybe. Because, like... I mean, look at that. Just look at that smile. Like, it would work here, for sure. So... I do like this. I do like this, though. So... we got the hurt, we got the heal. And we have all the other animations. I actually really only... I don't have much space left on my Stream Deck for animations unless I make a dedicated tab to them. Like, let me actually show what my Stream Deck looks like. Deck hurt? Sure. I'll like snag a screenshot of my Stream Deck here in the process. Did I screw up pixels somewhere? I'm thinking I probably did. What if the hair was more rugged? Oh yeah, I mean that's a good point. I think it actually does do that here in this one too. But the layering on the hair. Oh, I was not being proactive with it when I made it, but we could try it. Anyhow, this is what my Stream Deck looks like. I have the XL, so I have these emojis set up to go with the emotions, right? And then I have like a few buttons here to like do some stream actions, like a panic mute, an unmute, switch to the main scene, and like it does set audio, but like I genuinely never use this button. And this one is low-key broken because it doesn't like to send keyboard inputs properly through the plugin I use, so I have to use it as a key on my keyboard. This changes the page, and then these change the costume, and then these just correspond to each of the animations. So like, let's say this one, eyes, is this. This one is... And then this one is this. Hello, hi, I'm back. But, yeah. I don't have a ton of space left for buttons unless I, like, relegate it in a certain way. He vanished! And this one is... Okay, hi. There's like, I was trying to think of like one of those, you know, those gags where it's like, it has like the character and then they say a voice line and then they get cut off midway and there's just reverb left where they were talking, and it's just like, the only one that comes to mind immediately for some reason is like Demo Man. It's like, they're gonna bury what's left of you in the soup. Okay, hi. But yeah, that's the Stream Deck overview. So, I think the idea might just be like, to either relegate the emotions to a page and the costumes to a page, because I know I'm gonna have more than two, right? I floated the idea around of doing like Scooby-Doo Shaggy for one of the bonus costumes. There's a few things I want to add on, like actually, you know what I can do? Hold up, let me grab this sprite real quick. I know a costume that we could have implemented for this that I think people would think is neat. Y'all ready for this one? Retro mode. Anyone remember when I used to use MC for the dev updates? Pain Scream into Cutoff is probably my favorite. If I knew it wouldn't like filter out my voice and also hurt my voice, I probably would do that. What would a Journoid death scream sound like? This is an interesting question that I might need to think of here. I don't know. We might figure that out sometime. We might maybe Demo 5 will answer some questions. But we could do an MC costume. We could also technically do a Hector costume as well for the bit. Let's see, I actually need to back into that. We'll do that MC costume, and let me snag Hector too. Might as well, right? Oh, wrong one. Nope, wrong one again. There we go. I think these would be fun gags. Remember the MC dev updates, Journoid voice thing stuff? Yeah. I did used to do that, like, because I've probably talked about this before, but MC used to be more like the online persona, and it only, I guess, semi-recently moved to being this guy, the creature we all know and love. Autumn cosplay. I don't know about that one. I could maybe make a costume where it's like a similar outfit, maybe. But it would be, I feel like it'd be a disservice to do my characters that way. I wouldn't want to do that type of like trolling to them, unfortunately. They don't deserve that. But let's see. To go ahead, we have a neutral. Neutral. And we'll give 4 frames there. Frantic. 4 frames there. This one will be locked in. 4 frames there. Happy. I know we need that one. 4 frames there. That's 5 frames. Shrug, I guess, is what this would be considered technically. I don't think we need that one. We do need to look up. You know, I realize I actually don't have a sad emote. I might need one of those. Ooh, which one would be better for locked in? This one or this one? Or this? Oh, shoot. Wait a second. Hold up. I think we're going with... I think I know which one we're going with. We're going with this one for locked in. This feels much more locked in. Second one seems more vengeful. Yeah. I do need a thinking one, too. Like a real thinking one. Here's Poggers. Hype. I don't have a mad one. I don't have a furious one. I don't have a... Huh? Oh, wait. So here's a real shrug one. We can use that. Let's change this one to unsure. I forget I have this one in here. Shrug. Face palm. That'll be the headache one. Do I need a flustered emote? Yeah, baby! That's what we've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo! We got the real hype. We got the yawn, and we got the the sigh. I like the subtle difference I gave here with like the other arm. Really sells the difference between these two, even though it's essentially the same pose. You know, it's like this one's like a stretch, and then this one's like a, yeah, baby, that's what we've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo! I rock with it. So I'll need the animations, and I'll need the set animations for them too. Let's do the same for Hector now. Well, actually, I guess I should see. Do I want to actually do... Because I have about... If I make a just separate page for costumes, then that means I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 emotions left, which is kind of a lot. I don't need to fill every single one of those slots, but because I don't think I'm gonna need to do like a hurt or not like a button for the hurt animation necessarily. I don't think I will need to do that. So, let me think. Let me think with my mind here for a second. The budget for animation's already really high. Because I will have to do like an intro animation for each one too, because Shigaraki's is unique in that it's just like this animation, it's like the set into this, but with what's the word I'm looking for here? An effect over it, and that's done like in my editor, in my video editor, because you might not be able to tell, but all the VTuber emotions, they're videos. They're all MP4s. So let me think here. We have neutral, locked in, happy, looking, thinking, unsure, shocked, poggers, headache, and then the pointing at the screen ones. That's another one that's going to be LOL. And the laughing. And then the intro. Because I don't think we need the shushing one. That one's like a very situational, like funny bit thing. This one right here. So I don't think we need to keep that one necessarily. That could actually go as a button. It's really only there for the bit. But I do think I like the idea of having like some of the other characters as costumes too. Some of the other pro tags, because they all share the same animation set for the most part. At least like main character and Hector do. I don't know why I was like cooking it like this initially, but if you notice here, and I'll bring them side by side. Frame 1, frame 1, frame 2. Oh, come on, click over there. Hello? Oh, wait. Frame 2, frame 3, frame 3. Wait, no, I deleted some on main character costume. Whoops, hold on. Let me actually open his like regular dialogue thing. That might help. That might make this more accurate. Okay, so We're unhappy. Huh? Huh? Shocked? Shocked? Looking up? Sad? Bruh? Arms crossed? Thinking? Doink. Really thinking? Surprised? Poggers? Angry? Furious? Really unsure? Shrug? Bruh? Flustered? Okay, but Hector doesn't have like the poggers or the yawn or the sighing one yet, but that's because I needed those for cutscenes, and I don't know if Hector needs those for cutscenes yet, so for the record. Because I do like the idea of having just more options for expression just in general. I do think maybe adding in like the sad and the flustered ones would be good. Those could be some good ones to have as extras. Also, I'm noticing here, minor layering issue. Look at this. Between frames here. That's gonna be annoying to go through and like figure out and fix. Means I might just scrap it all. there's let's see. I know, let's filter through. We don't need this one. I don't use this one. I haven't used this one, and it's broken. But I do like this regular pointing at the viewer. Like, this is good for, I feel like this one's really good for saying like, hey, smash that follow button. Smash that subscribe button. You know, if you aren't following or subscribed already, why don't you do that? Yeah? Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. I like having that there. That one's a cool one, so I will do the point. This one's good for like a frustrated. I do like having these two. Those are unique. These two, like this one realistically needs to be, there needs to be another one for this. Right? There needs to be the thinking one. We do need a thinking. So I'm going to like put this in. Let me make a note here real quick. I'm going to make a thing or add it into the file for this. Let's see. Needed animations. All right. Neutral. Happy. Locked in. Intro. Look up. Though I technically don't need this one. We need you to play Angels and Demons. You, right there on the other side of this screen. Go play Angels and Demons right now. You probably won't regret it. I don't necessarily know what's the opinion on this animation, because it was really just used for puppeteering during the Discord Makes the Game video. I could probably do away with this one. But I do like the idea of like directly looking up at chat, like when I'm referring to chat for some reason. I'll keep it. Yeah, I'll keep it. Okay. We don't need the shushing animation. We need unsure. We need a, what would this be called? What would this one be called? Like a shrug. That's just shrug. We need a thinking. We need a laugh. You should play Angels and Demons now. And drop a wish list on Steam. And join the Discord. Okay, laugh, shocked, poggers, and frustrated. This also, I'm like topping this in a thing. It needs to be a list, and I did not make it a list. Hold on. Happy, locked in, intro, look up, unsure, shrug, thinking, laugh, shocked, poggers, frustrated, flustered, sad, And I think there was like one more. There was one more that I was looking through here, and I was just like, which one would be good? Maybe smug. Maybe a smug would be good. Oh, smug and pointing. Smug, pointing at viewer. So... I'm gonna add these. I'm gonna like make check boxes for all of them. This is like kind of it's low-key insane looking, like because it's just like neutral and then like 15 boxes. So I mean, I have it in the file now, so I can keep track of it, which is good. But now it's just a matter of actually doing them. I feel like half of this has just been planning what I want to do. But yeah, no. Need to see everyone's smug shrugs. Well, unfortunately, only main character Hector, and I think Kaguya might have one. Hold on. I don't think Yui and Autumn don't have one. I'm certain, but I'm pretty sure Kaguya might have one because she uses the same emotion set as main character and Hector, because she was and it was really, I think it was something to do with like, okay, these are going to be like main character and Kaguya were originally going to be like the only two playable characters, like playable characters. And then I decided I'm going to use these as a base for the other ones. So Yui had a different emotion set to main character. Autumn was originally going to be like a stand-in for Yui for Kaguya's campaign, and then so she used the same base as that, but then Hector came along and it's like, yeah, whatever, I'll just use main character as a base. So there's like no rhyme or reason to the pattern really, but that does mean that Kaguya has a different animation set comparatively. So hers are cool. I like that she has like the screen glare for her face, and in game it actually flickers. There is kind of like some flickering going on a little bit. It's very subtle, but that's even true of Demo 4 as well. So if you like go into the post game and you interact with Kaguya, it shows up like that in a text box. It has a little bit of flicker going on to it. Plus all of her like little these things, whatever you call them, the effects, emotion effects, they say on her screen. Except for this one, that's like she's overheating. She's actually got steam or something, right? But like the error message and everything, the sweat drop. But yeah, scary Kaguya. This would be her mad. This is like, I kind of need to add her like you know, I could do this technically. I'd have to make a new layer for it, but add her like muscle structure out behind her, right, from her cyber form, because that's kind of what's going on here. She diverts power from like the screen, just using it like as light stuff, like the bright parts of it, which would be her eyes and teeth, and it goes from there. Yeah, robot characters can have a lot of depth to them. Like, honestly, when I was redoing Kaguya's designs for Demo 5, I did weigh the idea of like really reworking her and making her more like a kind of like a TV head type character. Think like Tenna in Deltarune or something similar, where her head is like a monitor. And I was like, you know, because I don't really like the characters where it's like, oh, it's a robot but it looks like superhuman, and it's hard to convey through my art form. But like, let's say for example, like this is what a human looks like in the Angels and Demons universe, but if the resolution was to get raised Like, they would look much higher quality. They would look, you know, like the eyes might look realistic. You might see like detail to the skin, to the hair, like hair strands. Think like if it was to like totally go up in quality, like anime art style quality, like, you know, main character might look like a shonen protagonist or something, right? Think Izuku Midoriya, Senku Ishigami, stuff like that, right? They might look like that. Kaguya is still going to have like a round head and the like cartoony face, right? She is still going to look like this because she's a robot. Like it is round. It is a screen to an extent, right? It's not going to be like shaped like Echo from Overwatch. Like, hold on. Echo, Overwatch, pixel spray. I need to pull this one up for the stream here. Yes, perfect. That is a massive image. Oh my gosh. That is literally... Why is it so large? Whatever. Okay, so like Echo, Overwatch, similar kind of character, robot, right? She has this kind of like, her face shape is humanoid, her body is humanoid, and everything like that, but she's a robot. And don't get me wrong, I like Echo. I'm not really an Echo main, but I can play Echo really well because I can play a lot of characters in Overwatch really well. And that plays into her ultimate, where you clone any of the enemy team characters and just get to play as that character for about 12 seconds or so. Besides the point, either way, one, I absolutely hate the Overwatch pixel sprays 90% of the time because it's like, they are not consistent in their size anyways. I can't get sidetracked by this. I'll rant about it in a second. But the main thing I'm going for is like, she has this humanoid head shape to hers, right? Kaguya does not. Kaguya does not have this, all right? Like, if main character was to go up in detail, he would have a humanoid head shape, right? In the universe of Angels and Demons, they see each other as, like, normal humans, we'll say, right? They don't... Or as far as normal goes for the way a human looks in the Angels and Demons universe, right? But Kaguya is just going to look like this. She is going to look... She doesn't look realistic. She doesn't look humanoid in the sense that, like, she could pass as a actual human. Like, you can tell she's a robot, right? She doesn't have that uncanny valley going to her like this. But Overwatch sprite spray review stream. Okay, you know, I will complain about it actually now that you said that. So when you use these sprays in game, their size is never consistent. All right, so if like say you're playing Echo, you have this spray, you put it down, and I'm playing Lucio Overwatch pixel spray, right? And I'm playing Lucio, and I put down my Lucio spray here, all right? There are actually mixels to it because they are not the same size. It genuinely kind of looks like this. Genuinely kind of looks like this, and it drives me up the freaking wall, all right? Because they're not consistently sized, and that is like pixel art sin #1, okay, is mixels. And unless your game specifically takes advantage of mixels for a specific reason, think Undertale or Deltarune, right? They do that, and Toby Fox gets away with it because he's Toby Fox and he's making a great game, so, you know, people can look past it, right? Just don't ask questions about that one room in TV World with the chest sprite that's scaled up like 16 times. However, with freaking Blizzard, multi-billion-dollar company probably, by the way, or at the very least, multi-million-dollar company, just, please, just how hard is it to use, like, the same canvas size and pixel size for these sprays? Like, do they resize based on the character? Is it because Echo is taller than Lucio that this would show up like this? But at the same time, Roadhog is like an absolute freaking unit. I'm pretty sure his pixel spray has, like, is smaller than Lucio's. Let's pull up his Overwatch Roadhog pixel spray. And this one's like actually the thing for it, I believe. No, this is like Krusty. Oh, This is a terrible image, but like, at this one, you can kind of tell it has more fidelity going on to it, right? Here, this one might be a better image. Let's get this one in here. Right, but like, they're not consistent either. It's almost like they had different artists for the pixel art, right? So like, here's Roadhogs, and let's see if I can find a better Lucio one. I want to compare them side by side. Sprouter's Resource, save me. Save me, Sprouter's Resource. Overwatch. Is this real? No. Heroes of the Storm. Overwatch League. Overwatch? It's all Heroes of the Storm. Great. Okay. Awesome. Overwatch. Overwatch. All pixel sprays. Original formats? I don't know. Oh my gosh. Link to the sprites on Imgur. Oh shoot. Okay. We got something great here. All right. Here's Lucio's. All right. Here's Lucio's in standard. All right. And let's load some more. This is not going to be all the characters, I imagine, but let's grab Mercy. So it might just be how they do it in game, because like here, they are consistently sized, right? These two are consistently sized with each other. Look at that. But in game, they are not. They do not size consistently in game. For all the cool art Overwatch has within it, the pixel sprays are whack, in my opinion. Yeah, they are. Like, all they need to do is just make them size consistently when they are put down in game. Because, like, right here, they're all in the game files normally, apparently. Right? Like, I'm looking at these right now on, like, someone ripped them from the game files. But it does still seem like they had different artists for them sometimes, right? Because let's look here at Lucio, all right? You might notice that there's a lack of, like, double pixels for the most part. Like, there's maybe, like, right here, there's these kind of doubles going on, right? And down here on his skate. But then you go to Roadhog and it's like, okay, well, it's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. It's right here on his scrap gun. It's on his head. It's on his eyes. It's on his belly. All here. Like, there doesn't seem... And then there's missing pixels, too. Like, right there. That's a missing pixel. It needs to be like that. Like, there's just a level of inconsistency with it, I think. Where it's like, I think it shouldn't have these kind of, like, extra bordering ones like this. It should be more smooth and whatnot. It makes it look more rugged. Like, I kind of think that looks better, just those changes on his gas mask there, but... And what do I know? I'm only making an indie game. You know? Like, just smooth some of these out, like... Because it's not that jagged, I don't think. Something like that, maybe? Yeah, like, that just looks more pixel arty. To me. So, I mean, this could just be, like, a issue with the game engine itself. Like, there's also, on this link that I'm following, there's, like, blown up versions. So, let's see. This is 600 by 600. Let's compare here and see if these are all the same size. This could explain it. No, maybe not, because here's the 600 by 600 there. They still mixely? No, they're the same pixel size. I don't know. Doesn't really look like it's a genuine pixel art style, just drawn small at low res. Because, yeah, Lucio's hands are nasty. It feels like the pixel art that you see in, like, an advertisement where they're trying to be so retro. Because, like, that's, like... You know, and I hate to critique other people's art, you know? But, like... Bro, come on. Like, that doesn't look great. That is not very good looking, you know? It's honestly strange looking. Especially, like, right here. Like, because if you were to try and, like, build Lucio off of this pixel art, you would think he's, like, really skinny. But bro is actually kind of ripped. Like, he's got muscle on him, right? And he kind of needs that muscle with how he plays in game, like wall riding and everything. Like, you'd need to be able to hold your body weight. This He's built like me. I'm built like a Minecraft skeleton IRL, all right? And that, I ain't built like Lucio, okay? I am not built like Lucio at all. Like, Lucio mogs me, for the record. But this pixel art spray, yeah, nah. This pixel art spray makes him out to be, dare I say, a manlet. Dare I say it. It makes him out to be built like me, and I'm literally like, I am skin and bones. I actually, you know, I weighed myself earlier today. I weighed in at 115 pounds exactly. Like, that's pretty bad. All right, that's pretty bad. But okay, that's a whole side tangent. So I guess it is just an engine issue in the sense that they're not scaling it properly, which makes me slightly less angry. It makes me slightly less angry about it, but it's still like, you know, that's pixel art sin number 1, you know? So I would say, like, that's something. Maybe I should go make a bug report on Battle.net or something. But then again, I don't play Overwatch enough anymore to really, like, care that much, I guess. But I mean, what can you do? What can you do? And just like that, he added sprays to Angels and Demons. You know, you joke. I did have the idea of adding, like, emotes and sprays to multiplayer. Even voice lines, but I was like, you know, I felt like I was kind of running out of, like, inputs that could be used and things like that. So I just kind of... That, and of course the time crunch. You know, maybe that comes back. Maybe that comes back in Demo 5, but, you know, don't get your hopes up, because that's a lot. Like, multiplayer's already, like, so LOL with how it's handled. I'm gonna have to, you know, when I get around to fixing up multiplayer for Demo 5, I'm gonna have to rewrite the entire networking thing, because I really don't want it to be done through TCP. So, and, okay, hold on, actually. Let me... While I'm thinking about it now, let's just do it. All right. We're about to dev splain here, so let me see if I can find where's my dev splaining music. Super Mario 64. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna dev splain here a little bit. I'm gonna get my pirate software on. Okay. So I'll need just a small canvas. 240 by 240 probably be good. So, for TCP, all right, TCP, hold on, let me redo the P. TCP networking, all right? TCP networking is basically like, okay, so I have a box that I need delivered to a place, okay? And we're gonna deliver this box by assembly line. All right, so we're gonna go from the TCP, like just from this. We'll say this is like, let's do, your PC right here. All right, this is you. You send your data off, and it gets to, the server, and the server checks it and says, okay, we'll say each individual piece of data. We'll say a username, right? You send your username to the server, and it's gonna send in like 5 different pieces, right? And it's gonna go. And it's going to check all 5 pieces of this. It's going to say, okay, this is number 1, we got it. This is number 2, we got it. This is number 3, we got it. Yeah, every character, it could be multiple characters, you might not know. Like, computers are interesting, but it's going to go through and it's just going to say like, okay, well, we got character number 1, we got character number 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, right? And then it's going to send those to wherever it needs to go, to the other players, all right? It's going to send it to the others, right? However, let's go back just a little bit here, all right? And it's going to say, okay, we got character 1, character 2, we didn't get character 3, but we did get character 4. Okay, so there's an X here. Hey, we're going to send a message back to your client and say, hey, we didn't get character number 3. So you're going to resend character number 3, and then it's going to say, okay, now we got it, now we got 4, now we got 5, and then it's going to send it to all the other people. All right. That is essentially, in very, very, very simple terms, how TCP networking works. All right. And then the other one is UDP. Okay. UDP networking. All right. So we have UDP networking. And let's say we also have you, the person here, going to the server. You're going to send your stuff over, and the server is going to say, okay. And it's just going to send it to the others. It's just going to send it straight to the others immediately. It doesn't care what order it got things in. It doesn't care if it missed pieces or anything. It's just going to send it. Like, another very simple example that I could say is like in putting it into terms that's like not even technical, right? Is, say you need to get water from one place to another. TCP is like carrying the water over in individual cups, you know? Like, we want to fill a pool of water. We're carrying it over in cups, and we are going to use that water from the cups to fill the pool, right? Just like that. That's how TCP would work. UDP is like, okay, you need to get water somewhere. We're just going to take a water hose here. We're gonna take a water hose and we're just gonna spray the water all the way over everywhere, like all the way to the pool. It doesn't matter if it gets on the ground. It doesn't matter if it even makes it to the pool at the first place. Our goal is just getting that pool filled, right? That's kind of how UDP works. It just pours the water everywhere. TCP, safe. UDP, not so safe. However, TCP, slower. UDP, really fast. That's essentially the idea. And right now, Angels and Demons multiplayer uses TCP. I want it to use UDP, but, you know, Game Maker was hateful when I was setting things up for it. So it had a bug that it was like, yeah, we're just going to not clear out the previous set of information before we try and read the next, or we're going to do it midway through. And it was just like, LOL. Wasn't working too great, and it just caused random crashes. So for Demo 5, I'd like to migrate to using UDP for sake of making multiplayer faster, for one, more reliable in a strange sense for people that are playing online, and also so it can work better through Steam, because I think Steam networking would probably do best with UDP. Yeah, I guess it would kind of be like the hose getting clogged, or how would I dev-splain the Game Maker bug? Okay, actually, I think I can explain it. Imagine you have multiple pools. All right, imagine you have multiple pools that need to be filled. Okay, you have multiple pools that need to be filled, and somehow the hose starts trying to fill the other pool before it started filling the first one, right? And it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, and it freaks out because it's not supposed to ever do that, I guess. Like, you're specifically expecting this pool to be filled first, but while this pool's still being filled, this one starts being filled, and you weren't ready for it, so, like, water splashes out on, like, onto your clothes or something, and, like, now you gotta, like, stop and, like, go and change clothes and everything. That's just the game crashing. That's one way of putting it. Bluenoid. Jesse, why are you blue? It's called green humor, buddy. Oh, I'm so... Holy, he gets so red. Blinding light. Hold on. Ink. Teal. Wait, I got an awesome one. I got an awesome one. Are you ready for this, guys? No, you're supposed to obey me. The 7 different Journoids. Bum ba da dum 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 da da dum 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 da da dum dum da 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 dum da da dum 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 da da dum dum da 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 da. What y'all know about Undertale? That was a good one. That was a good one. Okay, but yeah. Dev's planning over, I think. I think Dev's planning's over, so... we'll go back to the regular stream playlist. Reminds me of the queso flashbang meme. Yeah, yeah, like... Hold up, let's get over here. This is Splatoon. This is just Splatoon now. Yeah, that's the devs planning essentially. I think devs planning's done. But that's how did I even get onto that? Oh yeah, talking about emotes. That's what it was. Like if on top of the topic of doing like multiplayer related things, I do need to work on the game balance a little bit too, because if you haven't played multiplayer versus an Angels and Demons, there's a very, very clear meta. And it's like Autumn is S tier. Like Hector also kind of S tier. Yui's an A tier, main character's a B tier, and then there is a massive gap. Like humongous gap. And then Kaguya in like her own unique tier. Like Kaguya's not that great. Okay, because she doesn't have in demo 4 at least, she doesn't have like really comparable abilities to the other party members. So Autumn can just like, as long as you have AP, you can just never take damage. Just as soon as someone gets close, it's just like you just and parry them, and that's it. Hector has the clones, and that's just like you have basically a map control thing. You can damage people from far away if you send them correctly and at high speeds. Yui has spirit form, and that one's just like a get out of jail free card a lot of times, not to mention the speeds that it puts you. Main character has the scarf, and that's about it. And then Kaguya has a spin jump. Was merely suggesting a single emote for each character. Didn't mean for it to sidetrack into this. Nah, I love talking about it. It's good for clip farming too, so. But like emotes, I'm not sure what I would do other than like, obviously there's laughing. Laughing's a good one. Laughing emotes, there could be like their victory animation, like the pose animations or something like that could be good too. Gotta commission your cast as realistic humanoids and then Kaguya shaped like a Funko Pop. Maybe. I don't know about specifically a Funko Pop. I'd say, get the main cast in like an anime art style, and then Kaguya's just there in like chibi mode or something. Or if I go cartoony, it could be like, you know, the standard Cal art style for everyone else, and then Kaguya is just like, like a fairy godparent from Fairly Odd Parents. Is it Fairly Odd Parents or Fairy Odd Parents? No, it is Fairly Odd Parents. That's what I always get that mixed up. Gotta get a sip of me drink now. Drink of the day is Blackberry Dr. Pepper, for the record. Don't think I called that out earlier. But now you guys know. They're fairy godparents from a show called Fairly Odd Parents. And yeah, something Butch Hartman, and the series went to garbage because they wanted to keep running it out, and they broke like every single rule of the show near the end of it. And LOL, that's a whole side topic. I'm not big into like film things anyways, so I'm good with my occasional internet horror, my digital circus, my occasional anime. So, man, I mean, this has been one of the streams ever, I guess. How long have I been going for? It's 4 o'clock. Going for an hour and a half. Huh. That's surprising. Kind of feels like I've been going for longer, but... Let me check my cellular device real quick. A text message I need to respond to, chatters. Did this just get into, like, the same shuffle thing? Because, like, I feel like we had this exact, like, song playlist go through earlier. Like, into Diabolical Encounter and everything. All right. Text message status sent. We are back into it. Okay. I need to actually, like, lock into this a little bit. So, I guess let me pull this list up on my other screen here, and let's go through. I'm gonna check some things off. We have for dev neutral, happy, locked in, an intro, look up, an unsure, a shrug. We need a thinking. We're gonna need to make a thinking. We have a laugh. We have a shocked, a poggers, a frustrated. We need a flustered, sad, smug, and we have point at viewer. So we have 4 we can do. Let's start with thinking, I guess. Oh, and I need to add to this heal and hurt. Heal. And hurt. That's another one. Right. Okay, so new frame, 44, and we'll go with thinking. And copy this over as a base for now. And then we'll need a smear frame. Got sidetracked for quite a while. Almost forgot this was an art stream. True. True. So true. Let's see. I need to find this set. Which one am I looking for? I think I could take this smear. Put it right here. This is on the wrong layer. Good thing I caught that. I would have been in remiss. You know, I was actually kind of thinking that what I might have done today was start the Paper Mario 64 playthrough, but I was feeling like I didn't get much done earlier in the day today, so I was leaning more towards just doing like some dev work. I was also weighing my options. Like, I still don't know if I want to just go in and get expansion pass. I think that might be easier realistically. And then I'd have to hook my Switch 2 up to my monitors and everything, because I have it all unhooked. I took it over to a friend's house for game night. How do I do my smear frames so well? You know, I actually, you know, I think Chiptroid actually asked me this at one point. And I was like, oh yeah, I should do one of those like informative posts online, about how to do this. So let me actually I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm gonna talk about how I do smear frames real quick. So, shout outs to Chiptroid for initially asking this and only now just like me getting away for it, but, getting away to do it. But this is a good opportunity. So, the way I like to do smear frames, all right, is typically I will do a keyframe first, right? So like, you know, this is the start of the animation, and then we'll say like, I already know I'm going to use this kind of main character frame as a base. So this is where I want it to end up, right? So think of it like, okay, this is where I want the object of motion to end up. And it's coming from like where? Like, oh, down here it is side, right? So we can just kind of to where we want it to be. And then we'll trace like the next part of it and kind of like keep it the same size, right? Just about like that. And there's a different way to do this too. Like you could have it like connect to, you could have it have an outline to it, whatever. Then we'll do the same with the arm. We'll like match up the color of his sleeve cuffs here and going along, right? And then, okay, well, this is where this is going to end up. We can go from here too, right? Just go, hold on, I'm going to have to like, see here. We'll like line it up here a little bit. You're basically just smearing the actual like object of motion here, right? So like it kind of smears up to where he's going to go. And then on the next frame, did I just make like 1 billion copies of this? I bet I did. Accidentally. I did. Let me like just flatten it, I guess. I'm gonna undo all this after the fact, but like, we'll say like we go from that, and then the next thing you'd want to do is just like add some like motion to the end here. Like add some motion effect to the end frame. Kind of like we just snapped into this position a little bit. And this doesn't have to look perfect. It just has to like blend into the object of motion a little bit. So just like some jaggedness like that. And then you can even just fill in. So I keep like accidentally copying that layer. So like obviously if you're doing this, you'll have like some more kind of like motion to it, but you can kind of see like the general idea from this, like how you want it to kind of line up, right? And you can go back and retroactively make a few changes to it if you need to make it look smoother, just like that. But the idea is that you have like your keyframes, like where you want to end it up, and then you blend it across that. So like this would be the first frame, and we'll say that, which one is this? Body front, right? He doesn't have his hand here yet, right? No, let me actually just set the speed for this to like 75. Right. And we can actually take these two and move them over just a smidge. Just like that. See how it kind of creates that like, that kind of blending, like that lean in. And, you know, you'd want to have a little bit more motion for the body too and everything. But like we can look just at the hand for this example, basically. Right? Like we'll isolate the hand for it. Right? And, you know, there's a few more things you could do. Like you could add like say for this frame, we could say, okay, well, we need to move the fingers in a little bit to say like, you know, he's like adjusting to his face, right? And it's very subtle, but you can kind of see the extra motion. And then like maybe even adjust the sleeve here, like have it go down like, okay, well, the sleeve is having some time to rest in place now, right? And that could just be as simple as moving it down, right? Just like that. And now there's a lot of motion, like we're just snapping right into that, what are we thinking about kind of animation. So I hope that's a good explanation. It's a little winded out, a little bit winded, but you know. Anyhow, I'm going to undo like every bit of this. I think, because I do want it to look a little bit nicer when I do get around to doing it. Okay, going too far. There we go. That's about right. So yeah, that's kind of how I do it. That's essentially what I'm going to do here. I'm going to like have him lean more into it though as we go through here, which means I do need to ditch the outline here, I think. I'll just go ahead and delete all of these, and I'm going to take this frame, and this is going to be our keyframe, I guess, now. Like where we want everything to end up. So I'll go ahead and delete the smear, because I want to do this properly. And I'm also just going to copy main character's hand, because they're the same size here. And we'll palette swap it, essentially. This song from SM64 always, like, kind of trips me out a little bit. Like, I feel like I'm in one of those, like, brain rot videos. Like, where there's a billion things happening all at once. Or something. I keep hitting Control D for something. Yeah, Curse of Ra. Curse of Ra. I'm gonna steal... Where's the set lock-in? I'm gonna steal these eyebrows here. And the face. Oh, hello. Now let's move eyebrows, facial hair, glasses, head, collar, and not body. Dang it. Oh no. The body back. What didn't move there? Something didn't move. Face details? Did I miss it? Yeah. We even moved the eye over like he's looking to the left. Kind of. You know, Mario Strikers Charge is another game I'd like to play on stream eventually. TBH. Without glass. You think without glasses is cursed. Like, try without facial hair, too. Well, I don't think I could ever part with my mustache. I don't know. Because I do have, like, that kind of facial hair IRL. But I did shave recently. I did shave my beard with an asterisk, if you could even call it that. It's really just like scraggles, but almost not even like, you almost don't even miss it on the VTuber realistically. But like the stash going, like, come on now. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Skinwalker. Dumped stats into stash. I did. I really did. That's such a great way of putting it. It's actually so LOL. Good grief, he's naked. Yeah, I caught it. I caught it for you that time. I wish the auto mod notification showed up in my streamer bot chat and not just on Twitch. So now we have our 2 keyframes, essentially. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of create this like same movement that I did in the example with MC. So remove these bits. This is like the shadow cast onto the face right here. Fix that. Yeah. And this is where we'll put the smear in. And we can actually... give it a little bit of extra motion there. Just like that. And we'll get the smear. We'll also make the arm kind of rest a little bit into the animation. Just like that. And then now we've got like the arm motion, so I'll do we'll start like the smearing. I think we'll do smear, and then like we'll get some motion on like the head and the hair. So hair, facial hair, eyebrows. Okay, well, I keep doing that thing where I duplicate layers and I don't want to. Did I? Okay, hold on. I gotta make sure I'm not missing hair here. I am missing hair. Did I miss the head on this? It's a little shaky. I think on this frame, we need to move all this stuff forward one. Maybe backwards. Wait, that's kind of a funny animation there. Doing, doing, doing. The vision I'm hearing for this is like, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. You know, the dinosaur in me. The internet dinosaur coming out. Yes, elite ball knowledge. We're jamming. Journoid jam emote, actually. Alright, my computer's finally starting to put into the work of being a space heater for my room, so let me take this jacket that I got on off. There we go. Remove the hand and it's perfect. Let's do that. Let's see how it looks. Actually, hold on. We can go a step further with this. BPM. It's 120? Wait, that's perfect. Hold on. BPM calculator. This might be great. Show me 120. Okay, so 500 milliseconds. Oh, check this out. Wait, okay, maybe that's the wrong one. Hold on. I need to make that. Nice. What have we got? What would it be? Hold on. 166? No. Would be 250 maybe. Or does it need to be faster? There we go. Yo, Mona Musa, welcome in, welcome in. If I play this song on stream, are we gonna get like I'm probably gonna get like copyrighted for sure, but like even if it's just for a tick, I think we'll be okay. Hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna turn the desktop audio just a smidge. Turn it up just a little bit. All right. Hold up. Show me. Hold on. Let me mute desktop audio and get it to the part because I have like 5 seconds of leg room before it content IDs me, so like you guys know the part I'm talking about. So hold up. Okay, I think I found it right here. Yeah. Okay. All right. Are we ready, chat? Let's see if I line it up properly. And I'll go ahead and get him, like, I'm going to disable the outline so it's a little less jarring. Okay. Are we ready? Oh my gosh, wait, that's perfect. Okay. Wait, that's awesome. That's awesome. Lawsuit incoming. No! Twitch mod, look away. It was only like 5 seconds. Actually, it was more like 10 seconds. We'll see. We'll see. Portions of this stream have have been muted for copyrights or whatever. Actually, you know, I think with me laughing over it, that might be like a audio jungle, audio jungle kind of thing. Maybe. Let's hope. Let's hope. But we'll find out. We'll find out in like you know, maybe 30, 45 minutes once stream's over. Worth it for the bit though. Post and edit on Discord. True. Let's get some more tunes on. There we go. Audio jungle. Heck yeah. All right, so we actually have like this going on now. We have this kind of ready. I like this startup here. So we'll start with the smears. And... oh, my frame rate. Oh my goodness, why is my frame rate dying? What is eating my frames right now? Surely not OBS encoding 3 different live streams. Probably, actually more than that. 42% GPU usage. Gulp. Are we good? Okay, I think we're good now. That's scary, because when I opened OBS earlier, it immediately, like, it started lagging my entire PC, and then crashed. So, doesn't bode well. Like the head jutting out, as if you're taking a closer look. Yeah, I kind of actually... I kind of want to, like, lean him in just a bit more, actually. Just a smidge. Yeah, because he is kind of, like, he is leaning a bit more, I think. Actually, no, he isn't. What the heck? Hold on. Oh, and I do... Check that out. Gotta love OBS. Also gotta hate OBS. Yeah. Oh, playing it in reverse? You know what? Good point. Hold on. Let's see how that looks. Just reverse the frames. Reverse the frames, except for these. Let's move them over here for a second. This one here, this one here, this one here. Right? No, wait. I just did it the same way. We want this one to end up here. This is like so fitting music. Theme of thinking? What's he thinking about? What's going on in that mind of his? He might be thinking of parallel universes, considering the theme. Or how to adjust the home position of a scuttlebug. Maybe triggering a switch without the metal cap. Triple jumping off of a block to be able to catch a star faster. That normally you'd have to take an elevator and slide kick and maybe ride Dory for. Have you ever looked at someone and thought, what is going on inside their head? Good bit. Good bit. I'm gonna make his head lean in just a tick on this frame. Watched the FNAF 2 movie yesterday. You know, honestly, like, I'm inclined to agree. I'm inclined to agree that it was a really good movie. But it was a... it was a really good FNAF movie. Let me say that. The inner machinations of my mind. No, wait. I got the Dr. Pepper in my hand, but I can't spill it. Are an enigma. Heck yeah. Had a nickel for every time I suggested playing the animation in reverse in a Journoid stream. I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happened twice. Sometimes it just works better backwards. But yeah, on FNAF 2, I went to go see that movie about a week or so after it released. And I mean, it was for a movie for FNAF fans, it was great, you know? It was a great movie for FNAF fans. As a movie on its own, it was really bad. Like, if it's just You know, like if I wanted to take like my parents to see it, or someone that wasn't familiar with like all the Five Nights at Freddy's lore and stuff like that, they'd probably think it's bad, like garbage even, right? But you take someone who understands FNAF lore to an extent and likes the story behind it, and yeah, they're probably gonna think it's a really good movie. But for just a movie on its own, nah, not that great, unfortunately. I actually, in terms of like it just being a general movie, I think it was actually worse than the first one. But as a movie for fans of Five Nights at Freddy's, it was better than the first one. Does that make sense? It's kind of like how the Minecraft movie was like bad, right? As far as movies go. But like it was good as far as a Minecraft movie goes. Makes sense. Good, good. I actually have not seen the Minecraft movie yet. Well, should probably do that. I mean, it's a movie that exists. So, that's about all I can say about it. Like, it's nothing really to write home about, I guess. I personally didn't like it that much. I felt like it was more like you had to be like a real Minecraft fan. Like you got to be playing dungeons and stuff like that to really appreciate it. It had a lot more influence from those than just standard Minecraft, I feel like. Which I think is what a lot of people going in were looking for, was standard Minecraft, not like the extra biblical Minecraft things. Like legends and dungeons and stuff like that. There we go. That's looking pretty snazzy now, don't you think? Kind of liking that. All right, let's get it outlined. I actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I technically don't need to add the anti-aliasing to the VTuber. Is there a difference between a PNG tuber and a ToonTuber? I am new to the culture. So, actually, ToonTuber isn't really anything, if I'm being honest. It's just a term coined by Scott Falco, who's another YouTuber. He does like that Side of Salt series. You might be familiar with that. Might not. Oh my goodness, I'm lagging a lot. Hopefully my encoding is not overloaded. Hey, Surprise, what are we doing? There we go. But essentially, no. It's just, it would more be like PNG tuber and VTuber, and really it's just the method you present yourself. A PNG tuber is mostly just images. A VTuber is typically like live 2D or even a 3D model. But they all fall under the umbrella. ToonTuber is just more leaning into like a cartoony aspect. And that's kind of what I do with mine, is I'm leaning more into the cartoony style of motion, I guess. But a PNG tuber would essentially just be like, you know, 1 to 2 frames. Typically, like, you have a mouth open, a mouth closed that reacts when you speak. A VTuber would have like maybe a live 2D model where they can move around with face tracking and stuff like that, or a 3D model that, you know, tracks their head movement, their eye movement, all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, ToonTuber's just this. It's really not like anything too crazy. Just PNG tubers, image based. VTubers are more like full model based, essentially. Like, I technically fall under the umbrella of PNG tuber, I would say, because it's just made up of a bunch of images. It's just a bit more sophisticated, since I'm like piping everything through Sammy to handle swapping through the emotions, and having some plugins go to make the VTuber like down here react to my voice and everything. So, but like at the end of the day, I am technically just a PNG tuber with like an extra coat of paint and like some new wheels and stuff like that. Noted. Thank you, Professor Journoid. Professor Journoid. If only I was a college professor. I think that'd be a really fun job, if I'm being honest. Like, PNG tuber is a picture, ToonTuber is animations, and VTubers are a model. That's actually a really good way of putting it in like simple terms. Yeah, I agree with that. PNG is like just individual pictures, ToonTuber is more animations, and VTubers are a model. That is actually an excellent way of phrasing it. I 100% agree. Of course, you can like mix and match too. You can mix and match some of this stuff. Like, you know, if I was to, like I was talking about earlier on stream, if I went through with the idea of adding in face tracking to this ToonTuber, you know, then like, would that make me a VTuber at that point? Because it's essentially a model at that level. But I mean, either way, I don't really like to claim the title of VTuber, since there's kind of a bit of negative connotation that goes into that. You know, there's kind of been like a lot of negativity surrounding VTubers as of late, that I don't really want to like drop on myself, if I'm being completely honest, because like the last thing I want to do is bring people in like and have them like be flaming me because, oh, I'm a VTuber or something, so that must mean you do this, that, and the other. And it's like, no, I don't. But I mean, whatever. Like, there's billions of people, or not, maybe not billions, but there's millions of people that are like doing VTuber related things at this point, right? Like, you can't let one bad apple spoil the whole bunch. However, I still don't really like to claim the term VTuber, because I'm really not. Like, I just don't like to show my face online, typically. So, I stick with doing this. I think it fits with the stream, too, like, having it all themed around angels and demons. So, let's see, where is that? Think for dev, done. Something is actually eating away at my computer right now, and I'm not sure what it is, because I am operating at very low frame rates, and I don't like it. Meanwhile, in the tags, VTuber, yeah, that's true. Like, I don't like the term, but I technically have to claim it, right? You know, I don't enjoy the fact that I fall under the VTuber umbrella, really. But you know, I'm like acquainted with a few others in the space. It's just a matter of like distancing myself from the bad actors, essentially. So personally, I also think that ToonTubers are much more openly customizable. I mean, yeah, that the same could be true for all the others, though. Like, for a standard VTuber, you know, like if you're doing a live 2D model, right? Like, and you know, mad respect to the people who know how to do that. That stuff is crazy, right? Like you do get, in fact, a ton of customization with that. It just comes with a ton of work in its place, right? Like PNG tubers, you're also like, you get the extra processing headroom. That's true of PNG tubers. You get all kinds of extra processing headroom to deal with, you know, if you wanted to put shaders or whatever. It really just comes down to like how you want to present yourself online, I would say. And ToonTuber is just my choice. So, let's see. So we got the think done. That's good. I like that. I could try and do a flustered one, but I don't know. I don't quite know what I want to do yet here. Could it be Discord that's causing everything to start lagging? I wonder, because something is like just nuking my PC a little bit. I sound like who? Who is that? Huh? I'm not saying that name out loud in case this is like an elaborate Ligma joke. I was there when Ligma dropped. But if it isn't and that's just someone's name or their username, I apologize. But you can never be too careful online with pronouncing a name. You never know when someone's gonna be like, oh, actually it's a Ligma. Gotcha, got him, GG's, get put on a clip. Ha 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 ha. You fell for it. You fell for it right then and there. Ha ha ha. So now let's see. I think, do I want to try and start another one here? Or do I want to like work on these animations or these animations? So many to do. Like I knew going into this, there was going to be a lot of work to do the animations for this. And I'm just like, oh, I forgot how time consuming animating at 192 by 192 was. Then again, I was like, kind of like on the fence about even starting this anyways. And I have been like trolling the whole stream, like getting sidetracked with everything. But either way, where were you when Ligma dropped? Where was I when Ligma dropped? Let's see. Where was I when Ligma dropped? I think the day Ligma dropped, I was a very avid Simple Flips viewer, so I think I might have witnessed that like in a Simple Flips clip or a video like very shortly after Ligma dropped, or when the Ninja Gets Ligma thing started going popular on Instagram Reels. Will the girls also be costumes? Maybe not directly. If I did make them costumes, it would more be for if I wanted to invite someone on stream that is a girl, because I'm not gonna do that to my characters. I'm not gonna do them that disservice. Like, let's be real, Yui and Autumn don't deserve that from me. They don't deserve that kind of mistreatment. So I'm having to like put some tabs over on Twitch because it does not like the word Ligma. That's really funny. But if I wanted to do like a a homage to their costumes. I could probably give Dev a like outfit that resembles them or something. Like maybe have an alternate just set for main, not main character, but Dev here that it's just like wings and a halo for like a Yui type costume. That could also, you know, since this is going to be for that stream game I was talking about, that could be a power up. Like, hey, while you're in angelic mode, like negative effects get like reduced, or you take less damage or something like that. You know, I kind of want to structure it, now that I've been thinking about it a little bit more, maybe I could structure it like an Angels and Demons battle, like where I have HP, AP, status effects, and everything. And depending on circumstances inside the stream, like HP level or status effects, different things could happen. So there could be like a angelic status effect that just adds wings to the character, or there could be like if I'm drenched, then I can't run in the game that I'm in if applicable or something, right? I think that'd be a really cool gimmick, like status effects. Like I'm adding that to the notes. I'm gonna add that to the notes. Let's see. Let's see. Angel mode. Gain wings and a halo. Negative effects. Effectiveness is reduced. Negative effects. Drenched. Cannot run in game if applicable. I'm not sure if like on fire would be a good status effect, because what would that entail? You know, just like take damage each effect. Maybe that'd be kind of like on fire, poison, all that stuff would be about the same. Wings and halo for Yui, flower clip, and blue/purple hair for Kaguya. And for Autumn, I don't have any suggestions, which sucks because she's my favorite. For Autumn, I could change like the outfit color to resemble her her vest. Like instead of it being like this this jacket that he has, it could be like a red jacket with the sweater, or even just give him a quarter zip. Red quarter zip might be peak. I think what I might, if I did something for Kaguya, you know, he has like the cowlick, the ahoge here. I could make this like a flower stem, you know, do it like that, and give him the bow tie and stuff, and like the blurple-ish hair. Wings and halo for Yui, though realistically I do like the idea of wings and halo being like a actual like stream game status effect too. I think that's a cool idea. So I could swing with that. Let me think. And also I'm responding to a message. Hold up. So let's see. I'll actually go through the list. Let's talk about spiritual warfare for a second and what it's like going at right now. We have essentially Yui, because I actually, you know, I didn't explain this, but I'll explain it now and go through it here since we're coming up on like near end of stream stuff. Because I do need to go get me some food. I can't do what I did yesterday and just like wait forever to go eat, because I got tingly in my fingers yesterday. It wasn't good for me. So, spiritual warfare. Yui and Imp Yui sit on my shoulders or float around the chat screen, like just the stream in general, right? And then I'll have a set amount of HP and maybe even lives for myself. Losing a life means I have to game over in whatever game I'm playing, and if I run out of lives, I have to restart from the beginning. And that could be changed depending on the game. You know, like if it's like a really long game, then it could just be restart from the last save or something like that. And so with chat's influence, Yui, Imp Yui, and sometimes some guest characters get a say in what happens in-game or to the stream. Positive effects come from Yui, negative effects come from Imp Yui. The chance that one effect will occur over the other is dependent on effect frequency. So the more times a positive effect occurs, the more likely it is that a negative effect will occur next, and vice versa. To be honest, I should do the same. I'm starving but too distracted at my desk. I blame stream for being too entertaining. Hey, that's like a crazy compliment. That's awesome. But I probably won't stick around on stream for too much longer, solely because I also need to go eat, and I have a few side quests I need to get done. So here's what I have for positive effects. Obviously there's like items and stuff, like just use standard items. HP soda, you know, heal an HP. Angel food cake, max HP. Defense ×2 status effect, so half damage from the next hit. Prayer for protection, the next negative effect is nullified. Blessing would be an extra life. Angel node, we just discussed this one. Gain wings and a halo, and negative effects effectiveness is reduced. And then for the negative effects, I have like regular hit, which is just -1 HP, a crit, -2 HP, poison, and I don't know about this one because I feel like it could be so scuffed, but lose 1 HP every minute. That one could be changed to like every 5 minutes until I get a heal or something, but that'd be like devastating. Frozen, freeze in-game for 30 seconds. Dizzy, the screen gets mirrored, or, you know, if this was like crowd control level stuff, like, and it could hook into certain games, or like my controller or whatever, reverse controls. Siphon, lose an entire life, and then Drenched, this is the other one we just discussed earlier, cannot run in-game if applicable. And then there's some special effects that I thought of. Kaguya Vision would apply a CRT TV effect to the entire screen, and I would have to see the game like that too. Like the entire stream. You guys would see it just how I see it. Kaguya live chat, the chat overlay would cover my entire vision, just like in Kaguya's boss fight. So that means that you guys would get to directly influence the stream and just like be super troll and like put whatever you want in front of my eyes, like, and make it difficult. Prepare the spam, yeah. So retro, the game now becomes rendered in a super low resolution, and sound chip, which would apply a random audio effect to my voice. Those would be the Kaguya ones, and then I had like some just generic ones. Decay, I would change into the Shigaraki outfit. And then obviously there's main character as an option, main character outfit, go back into the neutral outfit. If I do Shaggy Scooby-Doo, then we have Zoinks, and that's changing to Shaggy. And then another funny one I thought of was Old Man forces a stretch break. Force a stretch break by getting the Old Man effect. And then I did have some things planned out for like game or challenge specific things, like for if bingo streams, right? Lockdown, pick a random goal and lock it out of play, so I'm forced to go for something else. And redirection picks a random goal and I'm forced to do it before checking off anything else. Right? And that could be for any bingo stream, essentially. And then just for Angels and Demons specifically, like, and this is something that, you know, I'd have to like hook into. I'm old. I'd have to hook it into the game for this, like figure out a way to do that, and it'd be like so silly. Solo mode. At the next possible moment, main character will become the only playable character for a certain amount of time. And then the gang's all here, unlock all characters for a certain amount of time. Level up, gain a level up. Unequipable, set all gear to defaults. Oops, all attacks. Forced to use only standard attacks for the next fight. Pray only mode, forced to pray only for the next fight if applicable. And golf, forced to golf the next room. Skip track, the room music gets changed out for a different track. And then night core and day core, obligatory. So it'd basically be like chaos, but you guys get to control it. So that's the idea, at least. There's a lot of planning that'll still have to go into this, but I do know I need to get the animations done. And I have been putting off working on the VTuber for like quite a while now, because I've wanted to add some new things to him for a little bit, and maybe some new costumes, and just overall get it like back up to speed since I'm trying to take the content grind a little bit more serious recently. So that's kind of why I leaned into doing this today. But I do think that that is where I'm going to wrap up for today. I do need to go get me some food so I'm not like, you know, killing over and dying or anything like that. So, I do think that's all I got for me today. So thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed. If you aren't subscribed or following on Twitch already, subscribed on YouTube, following on Twitch, not affiliate just yet. Make sure you do that on both platforms. Check the description or the boxes below, depending on your platform, and check out my other socials. Check out Angels and Demons, just all those stuff. So again, thank you guys very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.